Am I the asshole? For not repeatedly telling my GF when the oven was beeping? My girlfriend was cooking banana bread tonight. She sets the timer on the oven and asks me to tell her when it beeps while she goes back to the bedroom. I call her when it does. She puts it in a bit longer though, puts another tray in and asks me to call her again. This happens several times. Eventually I ask her why she can't just set a timer on her phone, which I normally do when cooking, so this doesn't have to be a two-man job. She tells me no, just keep telling her when it beeps. I go off into the study and hear it beeping again a bit later but don't say anything. She comes out a few minutes later and throws a full-on tantrum. She tries to grab off me a plate of banana bread I'm already eating. After physically fending her off, I tell her she's being ridiculous and finish it. I go back to the kitchen and she's thrown the remainder of that tray, which she just spent like an hour cooking, in the sink, ruining it out of spite and now not talking to me again. We have arguments like this like every other. ESH, if this happens with you guys weekly, just break up already. You sound like you annoy each other constantly and don't even really like each other. Edit typo. Dude, if you don't like each other, just break up. ESH. ESH. Sounds like you're both too young for a relationship and using the oven unsupervised. Wait, so you didn't say anything but took it out and started eating it? Confused. What was she doing in the bedroom? Like, did she try to do the laundry or cleaning, etc.? It would be a pretty shitty move if she is doing all the housework and you can't even help her a little bit. I doubt she went to bed to just jump up every few minutes, so what was she doing in the bedroom? ESH. It's weird controlling behavior on her part, and the way she's willing to get physical is a huge red flag. Your response was childish in its own right. Break up. Info: how did you get a plate of banana bread if it was in the oven? Do you enjoy eating the banana bread? You can at least tell her if you hear the oven beeping. If you have to go in another room or whatever though and don't hear, not your fault. It sounds like some other relationship issues are going on. ESH. ESH. You guys aren't grown up enough to handle adult communication. ESH. She should have put the timer on her phone, but you should have been willing to do her the favor of calling her. We do annoying stuff for our partners. If this is happening every week, y'all have a compatibility problem and should revisit if the partnership is even worth it. So weekly you have a contest of who cares less about pissing each other off? And you stick around in the relationship ship because? If these outbursts and arguments happened every other week, what's the point of staying in this relationship? It's not working. I'd rather be single than be with either of you two. ESH. Is it at all possible she enjoys drama? Because to me it looks like she was looking for reaction and got one. On one hand, asking to be notified when a timer beeps is not such a big ass. On the other hand, setting timer on phone is obviously the easier solution for everyone involved. Is this a trend? ESH. Just break up. You all literally have no feelings for each other if you all are fighting over something stupid like a timer on the oven. You both sound extremely toxic. ESH. You knew very well how she would react and you did it anyway. This is not a healthy relationship, but maybe this is exactly what you need. Most people would not want to deal with this kind of crap every week. Am I the only one confused? You went into another room, ignored the beeping, but also somehow already had a plate of the banana bread with you. If you are moderately fighting on a weekly basis like this, homie, don't waste more of both of your time. You both reacted poorly, but it doesn't sound like either of you want to try to fix anything. Tough to hear, but either seriously get better at communicating, move out and maybe try again living together when you two are more mature and ready for it, or end it. If any of these don't sound like the option you want to do, that means you need to choose option 3. You both need to grow up. ESH. This sounds like a really annoying relationship. ESH. Do you even like each other? You're the asshole. Don't eat what someone else baked before they even have a chance to try it. ESH, you both deserve each other, by the way. Info, what was she doing when she was stepping away from the oven? Info, you say you finally ignored the beeping. But you took a piece for yourself, so evidently it was done at that point. Did you put the rest back into a hot oven to burn? Did you take the whole thing out and just not tell her? Or were you eating a half-cooked piece of banana bread? You're the asshole. ESH, you said you'd tell her when the oven went off and you failed to do so. You guys don't sound mature enough to be in a relationship. You might as well break up and spend some time working on yourselves. ESH, but also info, was the banana bread being made for a reason and you just helped yourself to it. You're the asshole. I go off into the study and hear it beeping again a bit later but don't say anything. What you needed to do was say no, I will not be monitoring the oven timer for you. Not the asshole, but why the hell are you together? You have arguments like this, stupid, nasty arguments, every week, but somehow what? What's the draw here? And you're still with this child? Asked me to call her again. This happened several times. Eventually I ask her why she can't just set a timer on her phone. Not the asshole. I go off into the study and hear it beeping again a bit later but don't say anything. Until this point. You should have said, set a timer on your phone, I'm going into another room. You have other things to do, and so do I. I don't want to monitor your cooking all evening for you. ESH. She disrespected your time, and you chose not to communicate. Honestly, sounds like you don't like your partner. You're the asshole. You want to eat the banana bread, but you don't want to help make the banana bread, even when the minimal help is alerting her to the timer. Very short-sighted, dude. You're the asshole. To be clear, she spent an hour cooking banana bread and when it was done you just helped yourself to it and didn't even let her break into what she cooked first. You are incredibly ungrateful and were clearly never taught basic manners and respect. Rip banana bread. Don't make babies with her. Depends, do you eat the bread? If so, yes, you're the asshole and a giant one. You're the asshole. Is it really so difficult to tell her when it beeps? If you're in the kitchen or near it already, it shouldn't be hard. You're the asshole. I mean, I get the point you made, but you legit ate the food you refused to even tell her was done. So lazy.